Welcome, everyone, to episode 14 of So Much Hype. I'm your host, 8-Bit Matt, and I've got one returning guest, Nemer,
Hey guys, what's up?
and I've got a new guest with me today, Papa Bruck.
Yo, what's happening?
Kevin and Charlie are out this week, but no worries, the show must go on. And of course, we got to start with the first thing we do every week. What games have you been playing, Nemer?
Okay, so obviously the addiction to Heroes of the Storm is still very strong.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned how much I loved Murky and the fun times that we can have playing all specialists.
I'm going to tell you right now, the all specialist build is too strong. It's too strong. I need to find that footage and upload it. But we literally, I'm stealing your spotlight here. We'd go 5 specialists in one lane, and we just push it, take down the keep or the whatever, and then just rotate to the next lane. We did this 3 matches in a row?
Yeah, they just couldn't handle it.
Could not stop us.
Game.
It's the new meta,
It was
5-man specialist,
So good.
5-man
For
death ball.
sure.
So
Yeah.
continue, yeah, really
So-
good stuff.
So between that, carrying Nova, that was a really good time. That's what I've been playing. The other thing that I've been playing is the Metal Gear Solid, new one, 5, just got released. So I've been playing that some too. And yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Nothing, no Destiny. Taking a little break.
Yeah, taking a little bit of break because, everything is about to be turned upside down with the expansion. So,
You know it.
I'm just kind of excited to see what we're going to do from there.
All right.
Destiny's dead right now.
Oh god.
I'm just putting that. That's
Double
That's
D.
my bomb.
Destiny's dead.
yeah.
Dropping the seriousness, Bruck. Well, Bruck, what have you been playing, man?
I've been playing HOTS 2 a lot, and I've been a part of the specialist teams. And they're awesome.
Ooh, wait, you've been playing HOTS too? Is that like the second version of HOTS?
No, also in addition to.
No, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Bruck plays the strongest Gaz I've seen.
It's mean, dude.
Those were fun. Those are some of the best games I've ever.
Oh man, so much fun.
Those were awesome.
I have some questions about how Gazlo can like hold his big old body mech up, but that's fine. We'll talk about that
Oh,
later.
he complains about it all the time.
Oh, he does. Good.
It's like this thing's heavy. Like,
Nice.
5 seconds into the game, and we're about to play a match.
It's like
you
Gazlo, be quiet,
that.
man. Come on.
It just started.
I like it. Anything else you've been playing, or just a truckload of HOTS?
I've been playing a lot of HOTS.
Okay.
I've been dabbling in the ranks. Unfortunately, solo. I've been trying to get Nemer in there, or even you.
Yeah, man.
Like,
I'll play some ranked. Let's do it.
But yeah, and it's kind of painful playing the ranked matches. But other than that, I have been playing a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online,
Okay.
and that's fun. I was really hoping for some cool PvP content.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really discovered it yet.
Okay.
It could be there. I just haven't figured it out.
That's fair. I'll be honest. I bought that game for PC. Are you playing on PC or console?
No, I play it on PlayStation.
Okay, so I bought it on PC. I have yet to install it. Like that's the drive for that game. Like I
Yeah.
bought it like a month and a half ago, and I just haven't even installed it.
The
If
game
it's
it's like a relaxing game.
Okay.
I sit down and I'll put on, like the Rangers game or something, or
Sure.
something on TV, and I'll just lay on the couch and just grind through levels.
you know what that tells me? That
Boring.
game sucks. Yeah, 'cause if you have
Yeah,
to
pretty
do
much.
something else while playing it,
It's like a really
terrible.
expensive iPad game or something.
It's a really expensive iPad game. Okay, so what you're telling me is I'm not really missing out on a whole lot.
It's
I'm-
fun.
I'm
And
thinking about picking it up just so I can watch TV when I have something to do.
We'll tell you. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll
So-
download it eventually. There's so many games out. Like
yeah, The one thing about that game is it's kind of sparked my interest in like Dark Souls 2,
Mm,
2
okay.
and a couple of those other type games that are very similar. Uh, they look like they have a little bit better PvP content because that's ultimately my end goal. I
Right.
love leveling up
Oh,
characters and gearing them up to just like
Two
destroy
PvP.
people.
Oh yeah,
dude,
man.
I
Destroy
should
their
just send you
base.
my copy of Bloodborne and let you go crazy
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that.
Have you played
I've
Bloodborne?
seen some really cool video clips of people wrecking shop on Bloodborne.
Bloodborne's
Yeah.
sweet, man. I recommend it. Grab that one. You'll enjoy. Uh, Nemer and I did some. We encountered some PvP a couple times. Like someone invaded my world, and we just destroyed that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's so cool. You can just running into someone else's game and
Oh
just
yeah.
giving them hell seems like
Mhm.
a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, pick that game up. You might enjoy that. Because I'm with you. I'm a pretty big PvPer myself. So if you're telling me Elder Scrolls PvP game is a little weak, again, that
Yeah, I mean, you have to go to a world. The world is huge,
okay.
and and I haven't gotten to that veteran level stat. I
Mm.
haven't gotten to the big boy game of it yet,
Oh,
so
okay,
I
okay.
don't know. It could change.
It could step up.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I'll look into it. It's just tough with so many other games coming out. Destiny around the corner, Metal Gear Solid. So, you've been
Yeah.
playing anything else before I jump into what I've been playing?
yeah. The other game is I actually two. Rocket League,
Oh
of
yeah.
course. Everyone's been touching on Rocket League.
Still can't try.
It's
Yeah,
just not your
for
cup of
some
tea.
reason, Nemer has like
Man,
some.
I think I'm
Hey,
just too old.
no, you're not, dude. I think I'm older. I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. I
There's
think
no
we've
way.
been over this.
Well, either
No.
way, Rocket League. It's a fun game. I definitely have lost countless hours of sleep playing that game for sure.
And also, you need to play it with us. So I don't care if you suck. That's half the fun. Everyone sucks. That's a part of it.
Oh, I'm pretty bad at that game. Do you just play with some of our boys from Destiny? There's like shoot, extremity. Those boys will carry you all the way
Oh
home.
my god.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Extremity's a good
Literally,
player.
what we are the blockheads. We're the ones that ram. We just check people. You know,
I
like
just want to be the goalie.
right. We're the Goldbergs, right? We're the
The
Mighty Duck team.
enforcers? Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. We're the enforcers.
Offensive line,
Exactly.
the blockers.
So yeah,
So all
always
right,
nice to get that game in. What else you got?
all right. So Rocket League, and then I kind of picked up FIFA for a little bit
Uh
because
oh.
I've been getting that bug for the new game coming out.
Oh yeah.
So I've just been brushing up on my skills. I
All right.
actually played with my neighbor yesterday, and we were just going to town on some FIFA. So
Sweet.
that's pretty much it. But yeah, Destiny has been shelved for a while now. I don't feel any real
Any
drive to play that anymore. I'll
okay.
pick it up if I really want to play
Yeah.
All right.
first.
Well, we'll talk about Destiny a little bit
So
later.
what about you, bro? Yancy?
Ooh,
What?
well,
What is it?
so I mean, like you guys said, I've been playing HOTS, Heroes of the Storm with you guys a bit, but
A bit more like you message me every night.
okay. It's maybe become a daily ritual, right? I've been playing it quite a bit. Always got to get in my daily Duelist. I don't know if you guys have followed that game at all. If not, I got codes for you. I think Nemer, tried to get you hooked to it a while back.
Yes.
Go back.
Duelist. We'll talk about it more, but basically it is a turn-based combination of Final Fantasy Tactics and maybe Magic or Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
Uh,
similar. Yeah.
Pixel art style for the game itself, and then really well done, like beautiful backgrounds. Lots of fun. I'll get you a copy. Or a code. I think I've got some codes. Lots of
Yeah.
fun. It's in beta right now. I backed it off of Kickstarter. Lots of fun. Like I said, it's kind of like one of those things I just turn on my laptop right before bed, play a game or two, knock it out, and just keep going on with life. But the big one, I've been playing some Metal Gear Solid 5. I've been enjoying it a lot, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But I'll tell you, the one game I'm really excited by. I haven't started playing it because I'm going going to be on a plane here in a few hours, actually. But I cannot wait to play Super Time Force Ultra on the V.
Also, STFU.
STFU.
Wow, how do I not know about this?
Oh, man. Well, it's a PlayStation Plus game this month. So download it for free. Highly recommend it. You can play as the president of Sony Entertainment, or maybe it's PlayStation. I don't know. You can play as Shuhei Yoshida, and his ability is he attacks with tweets.
Yeah, it's okay. So if you ever played like Metal Slug or
I love a good side-scrolling
it's like
shooter.
it's side scroll,
And it's
8-bit pixelated shooter.
I just saw the
that's-
trailer about 10 minutes ago, and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait.
So
I think it'd be something you'd really like.
Yeah, no, I would dig that for sure.
Plus time travel. Like the game has time travel, so you can rewind time, kind of like Prince of Persia.
Gotcha.
So, but there's like the mechanics are a little more complicated than just that. But I'm excited to play that, so I'll definitely talk about that next week after I get some time with it on the plane, you know. But and then I've been sprinkling in Destiny. I'm just trying to prep my character for Taken King. I'm trying to do a daily public event so I can get the little package. So I'm storing up packages. I'm like a squirrel right now. Like I'm storing tons of engrams so I can go to the Cryptarch and edge over my rep, so I'll get a Cryptarch package for the Taken King. Same thing with like Crucible, Vanguard, Dead Orbit. But that's pretty much all that I've been playing lately. I finished Volume. I think I showed that game as game footage last week. Really fun. Definitely has prepped me for the Metal Gear Solid Stealth.
So one thing you touched on there that kind of interests me is that prepping for the new expansion of Destiny.
Oh yeah?
Because in the past, the past two, I found it to be kind of a waste of time. Like,
oh yeah?
Yeah, it'll give you a step up for a couple of days or maybe a week, but ultimately it's a whole lot of grinding for really not that much reward except just the slightest of edge.
Sure. That I can definitely understand that.
Do you see it being different for this one?
I see it being more critical for this one than the other ones. Now, granted, I hit max level cap in the first day with House of Wolves.
Sure. Yeah, this was the easiest. It was way too easy to hit max.
Very, very easy, right? So I mean, but for me, it's the chance of getting those rewards, right? Getting as much new of the new loot as possible, as fast as possible.
Gotcha.
So that's why hedging all those reputations is important for me. The reason I think it's more important this time is, granted, we got a lot more grinding to do. We got more levels to cover. But for me, it's the new subclasses. I want to level that up
try to
as
get that
fast as
maxed up.
possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
I could see that. I could definitely see
So I'm not even going to spin those packages immediately. I'm going to play the game, unlock that subclass, and then like destroy all those reputation packages and everything to level that up quick. Because I don't want to be without double jump. I don't want to be without grenades.
throw a grenade. Yeah.
Right. So that's the way I look at it, right? So even if it's enough XP to boost me past that, I'm good, right? I'm going to play enough of the game to get everything. I mean, that's how I did for the previous expansion. So it's just to get me up a little bit faster. Maybe I can jump into just a quick raiding group that's going, learn a bit about the raid before we go into it as a clan, and help us succeed, right? Help save people time. So that's kind of how I look at it, and especially like leading a clan. It's like I want to just be able to answer some of those people's questions and uncertainties. So call it just clan dedication, if you will, but that's my take on it.
I'm glad you're doing that.
Hey, man.
Yeah, so I could stay lazy. It's beautiful.
Carry me.
Sure, why not? But hopefully Bruck will convince you to come back for the Taken King.
Oh yeah, I know he's.
I'm getting it.
Okay, good. Just
But
making sure.
like the only problem is that FIFA is coming out this month too.
Don't worry about FIFA.
Close.
It's gonna be there. It'll be there next year. Granted, I guess so will Destiny.
Yeah, and
but...
next. Yeah, no, I know. I'm sucked into the EA bull.
Yeah.
like of sports games. Man, they just take my
They
money,
love doing it. Yeah.
Oh, they love
and
it, man.
I am one of their zombies.
Madden, NCAA,
Right.
FIFA.
Yeah.
I got some friends a lot like that too.
Yeah.
I finally broke off of Madden. Madden got way too predictable, or just I don't know. It didn't. It got boring after a while.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
So, well, again, we'll talk about Metal Gear Solid, but I'm curious. You piqued my interest on what is it that FIFA does every year that gets you hooked? Is there like a fantasy, a good like system that pulls you in? What is it?
well, I mean, I said it earlier. I like PvP. So I mean, of course, it's all online play for me.
Okay.
Ultimate Team is interesting, but I also have um, like basically FIFA has been the gateway for me to get into to soccer.
Okay.
It's kind of been one of those sports that I've really haven't paid any attention to since I was like 12 years old when I was playing, rec league and stuff.
Right.
So it was a new sport, and I didn't know anything about. And there's a million leagues, and there's all these different tactics, and it all just kind of helped me get a foothold into the understanding of
Into the sport.
what
Nice.
into the sport.
I like that.
Exactly.
It is the gateway drug
Exactly.
into
FIFA
that.
was the gateway drug into me becoming a soccer fan.
Nice.
And
Okay.
and now like I have a reason to I have a team and I follow them, and it's just as important to me as any of my local teams that I watch.
Nice.
So
Do you think a lot of your friends and stuff that play the game as well, is it kind of a similar path for them, or would you say that's a unique path that you've taken?
no, I would say that's pretty similar. I would say that's similar in all of the sports games.
Okay.
You gain a deeper understanding of whatever sport you're playing in a video game because you're able to look at all the formations and the
That's a
all
really good point.
types of
Yeah, I like
aspects
that.
of it.
Oh,
That is cool.
yeah. It makes sense because me as a non-sports guy watching, trying to play like Madden. I don't understand what the plays, but I could see when you're experiencing it and playing it, and then you see it on TV. You're like, oh, I get what they're doing. Why they're doing shotgun, and this is
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Diamond back.
Madden was probably the first one that I came to the realization of that.
Okay.
It was like, oh yeah, okay.
Nice.
So-
I like that. That's interesting. I mean, for me, I'll pick up a FIFA every, I don't know, World Cup. Every 4
Yeah.
years, I'll pick up a new copy. I'm like, oh, look at all this cool stuff they added. Nice.
What's crazy is when you kind of get delved into that side of it, you
Mhm.
realize that it's going on all the time. Like right now, the USA is trying to qualify for the World Cup. Like
Right.
they need to win some games, otherwise they're going to be out of it.
Step it up, America. Step it
Work.
up.
Small.
Well, talking about preparing and building those strategies and getting an understanding, that's what Metal Gear Solid 5 is all about. Preparation and strategy before you tackle a mission. So let's talk about it a little bit. Bruck, I know, what is your experience with the Metal Gear series? Have you played them before? Don't care about them?
So 0. I mean like or not maybe not 0, but almost 0.
Okay.
And it's for no reason other than it just hasn't caught me.
Okay.
I've had friends. One of my really good friends actually is a huge fan of it.
Okay.
I mean, probably like you guys. So I've played it a little bit, and I think it's a good game. It looks like a really good game. So I have nothing against it. It's just I've never taken the dive for whatever reason.
Fair enough. It's a very interesting series to jump into for sure, right? It could be a little intimidating. Very complex story. But so, you're a perfect candidate because Nemer and I have had some conversations about this already. We definitely are polar opposites on our opinions on this piece. So, Nemer, why don't you tell me your thoughts about the game? And Bruck, we'll ask you a few questions. But before we start, I forgot. Bruck, do you know who the main character of the Metal Gear series is?
Solid Snake.
Yup.
Yep. Perfect. All right, Nemer, take it away. Thoughts on Metal Gear, impressions on Metal Gear Solid 5.
Okay, so I got introduced to the Metal Gear series. I was living on a couch during college. My roommates really loved the series, and they were telling me all about it. And they just were laughing so much that I was like, okay, well, what are you guys talking about here? So they started me on Metal Gear Solid 1.
Boom.
And this is, watching it, we watch one of our friends play it. And, as you sit there and enjoy this, you're watching a cinematic, over-the-top, super campy movie.
Yep.
And it just keeps coming. And then in Metal Gear Solid 2, they introduced the outrageous character Raiden and that weird vampire Dracula cowboy. I can't remember his name. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, it starts with a D.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm not as I don't know all the lore. Like,
Okay.
It's so far in between, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. It starts with a D. He's just like a vampire. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's Big D in the game.
I think
yes.
I think he maybe I think it's like something vamp or okay,
Yeah.
but so and we have this like community of we all get together, we watch this basically it's a cinematic event of this crazy insane storyline all through 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then we even went as far like playing the PSP versions and
right.
so we get to 5. And 5 starts out, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, this is more of the same thing." It's this 20-minute, amazing intro.
Oh yeah.
And you're already sucked in because it's got that, it's got that still that campy, over-the-top action that's present in like all like the best movies.
Oh yeah.
Need for Speed.
And
This type of.
I gotta add in there the biggest gaming troll I've ever had. We don't want to spoil it. But
what's the very first?
it's the very first thing that the game makes you do, and you're like, no, I don't want to do that.
True. Yeah.
Like, I literally called up a couple friends. I was like, I don't like this already. I'm not happy. Biggest gaming troll ever. So, like, if you've played it, make a comment. Just let us know your thoughts about it. But biggest gaming troll I've ever. Oh God. So, keep going on.
Yeah, we almost threw down the controller because there was 3 of us here, and we were like, what the hell? So
yeah, I don't want that. No.
Yeah. So we're getting in and playing it, and we're past this 20-minute mark, and all of a sudden it's become this open world, and it's missions.
Yep.
And I'm trying to just get sucked into the story like I do with every other one of them, and I want to, eat popcorn and laugh about, some character just going off the deep end, and none of this is happening, and I'm going crazy. I want that linear style that they've had before, and because that's what I'm used to it. This is what I'm expecting. And so I'm actually really turned off by the game. And when my friends left, I guess what was that, Wednesday, I haven't played it since. Because I don't want to have to go run around and figure out the next thing.
Right. How many missions have you done? Like
6.
6, okay.
6 missions.
Fair enough. So you're not a fan of like the micromanaging of building your base and having people like research specific parts and upgrading your helicopters and stuff?
Oh no, it just feels like a different game. And I know they did that in Peace Walker. However, for me, it just feels like a different game.
Sure.
It's the easiest way I can put it.
That's fair. So let me tell you this. I'm not too much further than you, but I think the way I don't think this is the tone of the game that's going to carry forward.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of systems in this one, right? Like, building your base. capturing people and sending them back to your base to develop specific things.
Mm-hmm.
There's the buddy system, so you got your horse, and like they talk about like, oh, one day this wolf will become one of your buddies. Like it's kind of like alluding to that. You're like, oh, cool. When's that gonna happen? How long is this? Yeah, like, and like it gives you the idea that you may be able to get vehicles, and you can start seeing upgrade patch. Like, oh, okay, so if I upgrade this sniper rifle, I can turn it into a tranquilizing sniper rifle. That seems really good. I want that because I don't want to kill people.
Huh.
That's my style. And then, but you've got to upgrade the main sniper rifle, so I think you can take parts from it or something. I don't know. Like, basically, it's just introducing you. Each mission is like getting a new character to introduce you to different aspects of the game.
Okay,
Right?
that could be fair.
So I that's how I'm taking it. Granted, they're threading a little bit of story in there, and some of the side ops are giving additional info. And there's a lot of story baked into. This must be the flavor of the year, is hiding story in like cards or like cassette tapes out. Like, granted, the cassette tapes for Metal Gear Solid are in the game, but you can like listen to like the dialogue to prep you for a mission. Like those help, right?
Well, that's always been very prevalent in the Metal Gear series.
Right.
There's either been, some kind of thing you can collect like a tape,
Yep.
or you can tune into the radio and kind of pick up a little extra. That was actually what made it kind of fun,
Right.
Yeah,
so I think that's kind of like, I think those first 6 missions are just kind of introducing you to the foundations of the game, and just everything after that is just additional, like, oh, okay, we may make tweaks to the formula here a bit, but I think that's when the story is going to start picking up
Okay.
and start connecting the dots for you a little bit more.
Yeah, I just don't want to play I don't want to play Metal Gear Skyrim.
Right.
And
I don't
That's
like...
what
Yeah, I hear you. And so I think, because I've been spending a lot of time doing a lot of side ops because I'm trying to collect a lot of resources and upgrade some stuff. Like, I'm starting to get some pretty sweet upgrades. Do you have an intel team? Not to get too far down the weeds.
I don't know.
So intel team, the higher you rank them up, they can predict guard patrols.
Mm-hmm.
So they can show you where guards are going to go, and they can and it updates on the fly. Like, you'll get I've upgraded my iDroid to have a speaker, so now it talks to me and lets me know things that are like storm approaching or guard patrols updated. So then I can pull out my iDroid and see, like, oh snap, there's a patrol up ahead. I need to hide.
Okay, so what you're saying too is that every minutia like system they're adding in actually adds value to the game.
Right.
Okay.
And then, so it's kind of just showing you, like, these are different ways to play. Like, you beef up your intel team, you can be super stealth because their move before they make it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but if you do the R&D team, you buff them up, well, then you're able to, get better weapons. You can just go in guns blazing and not care because you have a tank.
Yeah.
Right? So I think it's just kind of showing you, there are a lot of options to tackle missions. So I'm really enjoying it because it allows me to kind of give this hybrid stealth, collect them all Pokemon theme in my head, because I just want to like now I've upgraded my binoculars so I can scan their stats. So I'm scanning the base. I'm like, okay, I don't care about those guys on the right, so I'll kill those guys. And then these guys over here on the left, ooh, I really want that specialist. He's got all the strong skills I need, and that's going to be able to let me upgrade X, gear.
Okay. So then my other question is, have you gotten far enough where they're continuing the story as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've run into a few characters that you may have run into at the beginning already.
Mm-hmm.
And I may have already seen a Metal Gear.
Okay. Okay, well then that's, I was just, okay. Maybe I should give it another shot.
Like I said, give it a little more time. This game is very big too, and from what I understand, there are other realms. I think there may be some spaces besides the Afghanistan space, and it's really not that big because now I've done a lot of the side ops. So I'm like, oh, okay, I know this camp. I know how it's laid out, so I can kind of plan my attack. I'm like, I'll do it a different way. Let's try approaching it from the backside. Let's approach it from daytime. See how that affects. So. I see lots of replayability.
I just don't like change.
Hey, I want to know what's the deal with the dog. I've seen the dog get kicked. I've seen the dog get punched. What is this little puppy?
I just see a puppy that I want to throw. I just
There's the funniest GIF that I've seen, or GIF. However, I'm not about to get into that.
it's
But
Got that GIF peanut
I
butter.
know it is GIF. The guy that made it said it.
Yeah,
I don't care. It's still
Anyways.
GIF.
it's still GIF to me.
But okay.
But yeah,
nice.
so you basically, Bruck, there's like a mechanic you get in the game, and it's called the Fulton. Basically, you just tie a balloon to things, and it sends them off to your base.
Okay.
In a kind of a very Metal Gear Solid, very ridiculous way. Like you can tie down anything and send it off to your base. Like trucks, eventually, you can just like tie down a truck with bad guys in it and send it off with the bad guys inside.
That's exactly what I'm hoping for. I
There
hope
seems
that
to
you could
be-
upgrade it to send out a.
And you can, if you look down the development tree, you can.
Oh,
And fun fact, I believe if you like Fulton a freight box, you can stand on top of it, and that's how you can extract. So you don't even need to call a helicopter in. You just fly away with it, and you'll go back to Mother Base.
One
what
thing
were you
I've
saying?
noticed through watching my friends play and me playing just a little bit is that there is a nice comedic element to it. They like to pepper that in. Have you noticed that in the new one too?
Oh yeah, very campy. I've already so a little fun fact is obviously you get the traditional cardboard box. You can slap the stickers. You find posters in the world, and then after you find a poster, you can apply it to your cardboard box. So I have one that's a soldier, so I can stand up, and then they think it's a soldier, and they run up to it. And they salute this box. It is hysterical. And then I just pop out of the box. I'm like, ha ha! And I punch him in the throat.
I saw one where it was like a girl in a bikini.
Yep. I have a girl who lays down, so she's like, doing the classic model pose, laying down,
Nice.
and like they'll run up and they're like, ooh, and I can escape from the box and set it up and get their attention by it, and they're just like oogling it, and I'm like, ooh.
They're probably already at attention.
Right, exactly. So but basically there's a little pup that you can Fulton Bruck at the beginning, and they kind of just allude that the pup is growing up, and as you go back to the base, the pup gets a little bit bigger, and eventually it seems like he'll be trained to be a militarized dog.
I'm gonna put in my uneducated opinion on it.
Go
so
for it.
Take it for what it's worth.
Go for it.
I think it's pretty cool that they're taking it in what it sounds like in a different direction. It doesn't sound like it's too different of a direction, but they're definitely trying to change what the game has been in the past.
Sure.
It kind of reminds me of Fallout. I remember when I was not a little kid, but when I was younger, Fallout 2 was a completely different game from Fallout 3, So, and I mean, that worked out. So I don't see anything wrong. In fact, it's a bold move, and it's probably a good move.
Sure. I definitely agree. I think many franchises have made those shifts over the years. I mean, think about Warcraft 3 to World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Pretty
Or
successful move.
even Warcraft 2 to Warcraft 3
Right.
was a big one.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about...
You get to play the different races through the story.
Yep.
Instead of just one or the other.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. Like, two of my favorite story games were Warcraft 3, which isn't really perceived as a single-player game, but the story modes are great. And also, StarCraft has always had great story modes.
Yeah, it has.
Well,
Yeah.
So,
that is a great point.
you know.
So Bruck, let's just jump back to not Warcraft. God, it's
Yeah.
on my mind now. Metal Gear Solid. What sounds more appealing to you? A linear game that drives you through a very cohesive story, or maybe sacrifice some of that story? Granted, I haven't finished it, but my guess is like some of that story is going to be sacrificed, just how Nemer's kind of already been turned off from it. But a little less story, but more freedom to play and explore and tackle missions the way you want. What sounds, what's more interesting to you, Bruck? What would pull you in more?
So that story needs to be incredibly compelling.
Okay.
We've that would be the only way for it to win. But as far as replayability and one of those games that you really get the value out of it, is that open world style, and especially
that's true.
that we talked about a little bit earlier. With the multiplayer aspect of it and building up your bases and stuff sounds really cool to me.
That's true too.
I think they're trying to make this a long-term game, and hopefully they don't slap it with a bunch of DLC and making everybody pay every couple of months for crap.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, the Metal Gear games have always had solid, really compelling stories. I'm hoping that this one keeps up. I mean, it started off really strong.
Yeah.
And I think that it will continue on. I just, that's another element that it's not even out yet, right? It's not going to launch till October 1 is the whole multiplayer aspect. It could be awesome. So
are they saying that's going to be an extra thing?
No,
or they're just adding it?
They're just adding it later.
Yeah,
right?
It wasn't ready. They basically said they wanted to fine tune it so it wasn't going to be available at launch.
That's cool.
So and that's going to be a really cool thing, I hope.
Otherwise, you get a bunch of exploiters in there when it's not ready that find some kind of loophole to where they're able to just break the game.
Right, or even just server stability, right? Just can't get a good match going. So, but as far as I know, I think there's still like the base rating. Like people can raid your base. Like I think that's still going strong. Just Metal Gear Online's a different story. But yeah, good stuff. So I
have to bring up one thing. Why does Solid Snake aim down his eye-patched eye? And have they fixed that? Because that's one thing I've seen like on Reddit and stuff.
I'm not sure. Definitely in the game they make it you're very aware that he only has one eye. That's actually one of the real cool things about it.
That's true.
Is their attention to detail on it. And I'm not sure, and maybe I wasn't paying attention, if... Damn, that's a really good question.
That's a good question. I'll have to look at
some really funny pictures of they're like, well, that's why he suck at aim. He's looking down the scope.
No, that's a good point. I'll have to look into that. I don't think I've ever paid that close attention. There are some times where you're looking down the side of things, and you'll get two reticles.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was trying to figure out why, but that may be exactly why. It's because I'm aiming on the bad side, his bad side. Interesting. I like it. Way to bring up an observation, Bruck.
Yeah.
We had a good conversation about Metal Gear, but yeah, who knows?
One thing I'd like to talk about. Can we talk about it next week? But
yes,
I want to talk about the intro of that first 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and kind of like I want to get impressions of what you think what that's really representing. But I think we should wait on it. But I think that's a really cool.
Yes, that's a good topic. We're running a little bit longer because I know we wanted to talk about Destiny. Let's briefly talk about it. But I will say that we are going to have that so much Destiny special cast. I'm going to bring in some of the Destiny clan, some of my Destiny clan in Skybox, and we'll talk about Taking King once it launched. So we're a couple weeks out, but just be on the lookout for that. We're going to talk about what we like about it, what we don't like, and what we're going to do to prepare for the raid, because we always are big on those raids.
Are we looking to do that? Are we looking to do that the week after, or the week before, or the week of release?
We're going to do it the week of release. So
okay.
So not next week, but the following week when it comes out, September 15th. We'll play a couple days. We'll talk, and if people have a good sense of, like, they have some good talking points, we'll talk then. If not, we'll push it out. Maybe post it on the weekend or something.
Okay.
The closer we get, the more info we'll give everyone.
Yeah.
But so just a quick update on Destiny. Swords look awesome. And I will also say, just swords look awesome. They showed off the player activating or player initiated public events, and the bosses. This is all I want to touch on quickly. Is the bosses. The way you kill them is, I like how they're starting to think. For example, one of the bosses is 3 wizards. You have to kill all 3 wizards at the same time or close to it, or they all respawn.
Oh, nice.
Just like they're starting to bring in some of those
You got to
MMO
coordinate
game
that
mechanics.
stuff.
Yep.
That's what they really need.
No, good. Yeah, good.
Another interesting one was the ogre has a shield. He's immune to bullets until you kill an exploding thrall next to him.
To blow up the shield. That's
To blow up
cool.
the shield. And then you have a small window to destroy ogre and then rinse repeat. Another one that I saw was 2 knights that have immune shields, and they're up until you bring them close together. So I'm already starting to see, like, you get the new Night Stalker bow class. You get them close together. You use his super, tether them close, and burn them down quick.
Yeah.
So again, I'm starting to see more of those.
They will find a fine science really quick to make it easy.
Right, but again, like, I like that now you have to have a little bit of strategy. Like,
Sure.
I hope that and those are just public event bosses.
Yeah.
Imagine what the raids are going to be like.
You know what? That's so much better than just the meat, shields.
Meat shields. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That
I
you
agree.
run into and you just have to spend like 10 minutes just
shooting at
Just shoot.
something.
So
Yep.
cool.
I
Yeah.
agree. So I think that's a really nice change. Really excited to see and hear those changes. We'll definitely be covering a lot more Destiny stuff, so don't worry about that. But guys, I just want to end it out. We're on the start of a 3-day weekend, so that's exciting. What do you guys got planned? You guys know I'm playing STFU on the airplane. What about you, Bruck? Oh, Nemer, go for it.
I think I'm going to play STFU as well.
Yeah.
After seeing that trailer, man.
STFU.
I might be playing it too. I don't know. I have to look it up. You guys just introduced me to it. But I'm probably gonna watch some college football and
All right.
just nothing special.
Nothing special, just relaxing. Fair enough,
Yep.
man. Good deal.
It's going to be another.
It's not. It doesn't. It's just another day for me
Just another day.
Oh,
as
actually,
as an unemployed person. It doesn't mean shit.
every day's Labor Day for you.
Every day is Labor Day.
Every day is anti-Labor Day.
Anti-Labor Day. I like it. What were you going to
So-
say, Nemer?
Oh, actually, I'm going to grill and have a house party.
Awesome.
No, it's not happening.
Oh.
I was
Psych.
about to get butt hurt. I was
You about to get excited?
no.
Brock
I
was
like,
hurt.
why didn't
He
you
wasn't
invite
invited.
me, dude? Where was my formal invitation?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite everybody to watch me play some more Metal Gear.
Boom.
See if that
Do that.
happens.
I like it.
But I want like an invitation in the mail
Ooh.
with like a picture
stamp
of you
As
and your
calligraphy.
pug on like some really like thick, nice textured paper. I want it done right.
I could make this happen.
Do it.
I think that's a pretty good
Join
idea.
me, Nemer, for an evening of Metal Gear Solid 5. It's like super proper. It's like, me and P will be here between the hours of blah till party don't stop.
Please RSVP.
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Well, guys, that wraps up this episode of So Much Hype. Thanks for joining us. Please share comments about Metal Gear Solid 5, anything we've talked about this week. We'll definitely have an update for you on STFU next week. And appreciate you guys for listening. We'll see you next week. Later.
See you guys.
Please don't hate me.
Adrian's having the Hershey squits.
Oh.
Throw him a sock, dude.
Ew.
What?
No.
You're not gonna like.
What?
I gave him the toilet paper.
What? A
Well, I
sock?
thought you were out of toilet paper.
No, no.
Oh,
Just that
gross,
bathroom.
man.